Yo, what's up everyone? Air Comics here, coming at you with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a recap of my new comic book day pickups. It's just a short little review of everything, and we're going to get started with Amazing Spider-Man number 37. I know I hit on this a little bit on my new comic book day pickup post, but I'm going to go a little bit deeper into it. This is honestly one of my favorite issues of the series so far. Nick Spencer did a fantastic job. We kind of see Spider-Man going back to his roots a little bit. He's just trying to, try and lay low a little bit after everything that's been going on with the events. So he uses the clairvoyant to kind of get a jump on all of the crime that's happening in New York to make his life a little bit easier. So he can spend more time with Aunt May and try and spend time with Mary Jane, even though she's over in California doing her movie thing. Other than that, not a whole lot happens in the issue. It ends with Kindred making an appearance, and he brings someone back from hell, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to spoil that right now, but I think 38 is going to be a really cool issue. I really like what Nick Spencer's done so far, and I think it's only getting better. So a few slow points, but 37 issues, they can't all be perfect. Symbiote Spider-Man Alien Reality number 2. Another awesome read this week. I really loved the first issue, and I thought they did a great job with it. This one, Hobgoblin's pretty much the Sorcerer Supreme. He took all of Doctor Strange's powers away. Doctor Strange is like a hobo living in the streets. But Doctor Strange has a way to fix everything, but he needs Spider-Man to basically learn his powers and learn how to utilize the magic. Spider-Man's not really about that life and doesn't really want to do it. So he checks up on Aunt May instead to see if she's still good. And turns out not only is she good, but Uncle Ben is still alive as well. So they sit down, they have a nice little cup of tea, I don't know, they eat something, and Hobgoblin comes and crashes their little party. And in that process, Aunt May ends up dying, and Uncle Ben resents Spider-Man at that point. And obviously he knows Spider-Man is now Peter, so Spider-Man changes his tune a little bit and decides to meet back up with Doctor Strange and learn his powers. But we don't see any of that. That's just kind of where the issue leaves us off with. So, another fantastic read this week. I'm really excited for the next one. Probably my favorite read this week, well, maybe one of them. Venom 22. Donny Cates is absolutely killing it with this run. This issue was just as good as the other ones, if not better. So, we get to see now Eddie is on the island. I think the last issue ended with him getting ready to try and fight Carnage or whatever, but this one started off with him ready. He said he's going to start war with them. His Venom is separated from Eddie, so basically just Eddie against a corrupted Venom Carnage. So Eddie's off doing his thing. He's stockpiling weapons. He's getting all his traps ready or whatever, but Carnage comes to meet up with them, and basically they're head-to-head, and they're getting ready for a massive battle. And that's pretty much the gist of the whole issue. It was just kind of a build-up to what's going to come next, and it was pretty solid read. Definitely recommend reading that one. And my biggest sleeper of the week, Marvel's X. Now, I know I blew through those other issues pretty quick, but they're all small issues. Not a whole lot happens with them. But this was a number 1. And I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about it. It's a prequel to the Earth X trilogy, and it was pretty cool. I wasn't sure what I was expecting, but so the main character, his name's Daniel, and he lives on Earth with his family, his neighbors, friends, typical average kid. And one day the virus comes. It's basically like a mutant virus. Comes over, takes over everybody, and I don't know, it kind of like cocoons them, they said, and then whatever emerges from the cocoon is like, you're now a mutant. But the twist is that everybody is basically infected, everybody has powers, and everyone's bad. No one's good, or there might be some good people, but they don't really show that off. And Daniel's not getting infected. His whole family got infected and died. His neighbors, his friends, everyone's gone. It seems like he's pretty much the last person on Earth. And you see in the beginning of the issue that he's kind of like obsessed with superheroes. He loves Captain America, the Avengers, And as the story progresses and everyone's dying around him, and he's still like, well, I don't have powers. It kind of sucks. Now I don't have anyone in my life, and I don't have anything either. He decides to go to New York to find the Avengers because he thinks that that's going to be able to help him and, you know, make his life better or something. But that's basically the sum of that issue. I thought it was way better than what I was expecting. It's probably my favorite one of the week. I picked up a few other issues, but I haven't kept up with Immortal Hulk, so I obviously haven't read that one. And I think that was actually all I picked up. But this is probably favorite issue of the week. Honestly, they were all really good. Venom 22, fantastic, and Symbiote Spider-Man, fantastic, and Amazing Spider-Man 37. Nick Spencer did a great job on that as well. So that sums up my new comic book day reviews, and I hope you get a chance to read them because I thought they were great. So have a good night.